Boom, episode 27, you man. The show with my brother, the Weapon K. Episode 20. I think I already said, but episode 27 of the TNEC cast. Some housekeeping real quick. I know it's been a while since we recorded, from between shows, and then I was down for about 10 days, but your boys, I'm not all the way back, but I'm there, I'm getting there and everything. So we just sometimes life happens, no excuses, moving ruthless. We just had to put this, we want, this is always going to be here for us, our voice, to talk to the people. So, but like I said, we here, we're back, episode 27. We apologize for being away for way longer than we anticipated.
Yeah.
We took the one episode, we didn't realize it was going to turn into, a few weeks off. But, a lot has happened. I know you guys are seeing some of it through social media, had a lot of shows happen, things like that. But we're not going to focus totally on that today. But yeah, man, Kay, how you feeling?
Man, I'm happy to be back, man. This is my favorite part of the week. Every week, same time, Monday, 1500. Roger that.
Yep.
But after, like you said, it's been a jam-packed 3 weeks. Just there's a lot of shit going down. And they kind of go straight into the topic of failing forward.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what Kyrie Cooper did. Kyrie Cooper failed. We had a mission fail 2 times. We had a mission accomplished. Oh, we didn't talk about the classic physique one.
Yeah, now we can find talk every time. What?
Classic actually turned out really well. I thought I was going to get stomped, but just my posing, my composure, my confidence, and being in my underwear in front of hundreds of people took me to 4th place. Which I can definitely have my head held high about that 4th place finish. Men's physique, not so much. We learned that, hey, we need to carb up 3 days prior, not 4 days. Just the coach, we're still learning. You know what I mean? And it kind of had to put me in a spot where it's like, this is my 3rd show ever. So, of course, there's going to be some bumps, and you kind of have to remember, like, yo, you're a rookie still, bro. You haven't done anything crazy. North Americans, we got 10th. And that is what we were talking about before in the pregame of just like, this is where you kind of, everyone is great and everyone loves the applause of getting 1st place. But what happens whenever you get 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th? What type of man are you whenever you hit that roadblock? There are types of just like, I got 10th, so I'm just going to be a fat piece of shit, go and, wallow in my feelings for the next 10 weeks. And if I decide to compete again, I'll decide to compete again. But that's not what happens on TNEC. The obstacle is the way. Now it's a fight. Now it's, okay, this is the 4th round of a boxing match. I got knocked down. What happens? And this goes with life as well. What happens when you don't get that job promotion? And the guy who got it just didn't deserve it. How do you respond to that? Are you gonna nut up or are you gonna shut the fuck up? Those are your only 2 options, man. Your only 2 options. So do you have a situation that you want to comment on?
So something I'll say, because something that you like that you said sparked this, and I posted this a while. I don't think I've actually said it on here, but in relation to what we do, right? Winning your class is hard. Winning a show is hard. Turning pro is hard. Placing top 10, top 5, top 3, and then at the end of the day, winning a pro show. Every single one of those things is hard. And a lot of people fail to realize that. And I remember when I posted, I got a lot of people say, man, I'm so glad you said that. Because as we're talking about, failing forward, failure is all a part of success. There's not a successful person walking this world that hasn't failed. You know what I mean? And when you have a mission, and this is one of the reasons why I know it's just like the whole thing with Kyrie and I, and how it's just it's weird in a good way. And on the topic of speaking to your failing forward, we see a mission, right? It's not, well, I hit 7 out of 10. That's a fail. 9 out of 10 is a fail. You have to hit the objective. There's nothing wrong with failing. What's wrong is becoming a failure and letting failure be you, and you just throwing your hands up to the wind. Back to what I'm talking about with all these things being hard. Kyrie's won a show, I've won a show. We've played different places, all these different things. All that shit is hard to do. You know what I mean? Because you got to remember, now I'm going to speak from on the pro side. I'm going against other pros, other people that have won shows before. Some of these people compete longer than me, so I'm competing longer than them, all these different things. Yeah. These are all people that work their ass off. They all feel like they have done enough to get number one. And it sucks when you do not. It sucks. There's no way around it. But then this moves, because it's hard. Number one, it's hard. You have to understand that it's not easy. I don't care, because this is the thing. You made your first 5 shows. Remember, you're not only going to do 5 shows. Your first 5 shows might have been boom, 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 cakewalk. You ready for you ready for those next 20 shows where you don't crack the top 10 or top 5? That's a whole different animal, because now you've leveled up. The video game reference. You know what I'm saying? It's no more the little level 1 boss that you don't need the guidebook to figure out how to beat, to know to maneuver here, maneuver there, and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Now you going up against level 7, 8, 9, and dang, I'm aging myself talking about only levels that low.
You said guidebooks, bro. They stopped making that shit like
I know what I was
saying 10 years ago, man.
You know what I'm saying? But going through that, you know what I'm saying? And so you take those pieces and you go back to to failing forward. Failing forward is just a fancy way of saying trying. You gotta keep trying. So, for example, Kyrie said that they noticed that about the day. I'm not going to repeat it because I don't want people trying to take his stuff. Noticing what days we should have carved up this day instead. It's lessons. You learn these lessons. See, right now, while Kyrie and I have actually been in the sport the same amount of time, I have a lot more experience because I've competed more. So I have a larger sample size to know certain little things. I know this work. I know this don't work. Kyrie it's still a very large experiment at this point. That's a good thing, because there's been a lot of success in that. You know what I'm saying? But that's all part of it. There was failure. It's okay. That's the thing. People hear the word fail, they won't go running, cry in the corner. No, you go until you fail. Yeah. That's like when we're talking about it working out. You talk about go to failure. That's what you need to think about. Go to failure. Because guess what? Fail, puke, whatever happens, get back up on the motherfucking horse and do it again. And then push that failure limit, because now okay, this is my maximum right now. My maximum is only getting me consistently placing between 7th and 10th. How do I now this is where you gotta be smart. The goal is always number 1. The goal should always be the goal to be number 1, no matter what it is. But now, so how can I move the needle to go from being 7 to 10 to 4 to 7? Because sometimes you can, because in that process, you may jump to 1, but you got to keep, and look, it's moving forward. I don't care if you're succeeding forward, you're failing forward, you keep going forward. And I know I've said it on here, some of my favorite things. Be like the Colorado River. No matter what, just keep going. Don't let anything, just keep going. Stub your toe, keep going. You got sick, keep going. You got 10th, keep going. You got first, guess what? Keep going, because you got to win again.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And that's what it all comes down to, man. Like for me, my last show, I ain't placed well, and never anybody hear me complaining about it. Never heard me anything else. That's cool. Gonna keep working. Just gonna keep working. Because I have my little side goals that I always achieve. You know, it's steal the crowd, do that every time, do that every single time. Leave them talking, leave them wanting coming back. You know what I'm saying? Those are things I can control. I hate to say it like this. I can't control if I win or not. In this sport, this sport of all sports, I
Yeah.
really can't control if I win or not, because I can put a championship physique up there, but there's 5 other championship physiques. What the fuck you gonna do? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You just and it's not about, you just gotta hope, you just gotta work, and then that's the nature of the beast. How they, how they see it. My coach said it best at Super Show. He was like, of that top 10, he was like, honestly, any of you guys could have been first, and it wouldn't have been a whole like, oh my god, you know what I mean, or anything
Mm-hmm.
like that. He's like, you know how hard that is. He's like, and he's been making. When I say he's making his jokes, just because he's a bodybuilder, but it's like respectful jokes, because he's like, man, I'm about to switch to men's physique, because on our side, what we got going on, we're on his natural side. It's been like these. I mean, I've been a part of some crazy ass lineups,
Yeah.
crazy ass lineups. You know what I'm saying? And it's been dope. I've been, I love it. I love the competition. I mean, me, that's my element. Cause I'm gonna go up there, have fun, and and everything like that. But it's the failing forward part. I'm gonna switch it back to K. What I want to leave, now I'm sure I want to leave y'all with, but like, I want y'all to understand that if you are not failing, you are not trying. If you are not trying, you're doing yourself a monster disservice. Because if you say you want something, your effort should be reflective of how bad you want it.
Yep.
That's all I need to see. That's all I need to see. If you are taking days off for absolutely no reason, if you're missing meals, if you're taking shortcuts, you're running from your check-ins because you didn't do what the fuck you were supposed to do,
Mm-hmm.
that then you want to tell me how bad you want it. Sorry.
It's like your actions have to align with your words. Because
Mm-hmm.
like, everyone can talk a big game. Everyone can talk. Hey, wait, talk is cheap. Never goes up in price. Never goes up in price. You touched on a nice topic that I wanna touch on real quick, of just like, yeah, like, dope, you want a show, but you have to win another one. And that's just, it goes back to like never being satisfied. And that's where I kind of slacked just a wee bit. And I didn't know this until, because like, okay, if the peak was, I I'm happy that I lost, because it, like you said earlier, it redirected where I truly wanted to go. Right? And plus, if I would have won, I would have continued to take it for granted. When it's tested, I know now that this is truly where I want to be, and that I truly love this shit. This, then, I think that's another thing, a key factor, where it's like, if you truly love it, you're willing to go back to the batter's cage and practice and practice and practice and practice and practice.
Mm-hmm.
If you truly love this shit. If it's just a hobby to you and you just get your ass whooped, it doesn't matter. You're just going to pack up, go home. I'm going to find something easier to do. And I said this before in a previous podcast, and Sarita loved it. I was like, you can't keep beating up on kindergartners. You can't. Period. The level is going to have to go up eventually. You're going to have to fight Bowser eventually. That turtle at the first level, that was not the big bad. Bowser's at the end of it waiting for you with your princess, G. And it's just like, you have to, if that doesn't, for a lack of a better word, turn you on, get you motivated, get that fire under your ass to be like, dog, I want to take out Bowser. Just find something that does. Because there's always something. There is always something in your life where it's just like, I can't wait to take out Bowser. I'm going to say that one more time. There's always something. in your life that just lights your fire in your soul, and you're super passionate about it, and I challenge you to go after it. Run to it. I promise you, if you're 40 years old, 50 years old, 10 years old, 70 years old, fucking fight for it, because it's going to be worth it. Even if you can't monetize it, you can do it as a side hustle. Run, brother. Fucking blitz. That's my favorite thing now that I was talking to my wife about. And I think we're going off a little topic, but I think we just need to bring 3 weeks of content into one.
Yeah.
I was talking to my wife about, because we're having a daughter, right? So now it's time to be strategic. So as a 24-year-old black man in America, I have to be very strategic on how to operate through this world, right? And now I have a team that's depending on me. And I think that night I was just like, dog, you just got to blitz regardless. You have to be on the offensive. So even if you fail, you have to be on offense. You have to be aggressive 24/7 to be like, what's the next step? Cool. You know, they flake from behind. Cool. How can I maneuver to, one, regroup and get my team back together? It's the little shit like that. So the little side note, fucking blitz. That's it. Isaac, what you got, brother?
So I know we got rap, but I want to you tapped on something that I've talked about for years now, and it's called it's about making aggressive mistakes. So this is actually it's poignant because about recent, right? So if you love something or someone, you're gonna let them know, right? Regardless, you're just gonna let them know, and in your way, whatever that may be. It may be actually like a call, text message, which is whatever it is. This is friend, married, whatever. You need to be so aggressive. Everybody thinks aggressive is loud. Everybody thinks aggressive is no. Aggressive isn't always that. You make the choice. So I've had people, right, tell me, oh, well, I didn't want to reach out because insert whatever bullshit ass excuse. I don't give a shit whether you're late, early, on time, whatever it is, right? You got somebody that you care about. So, for example, when I was down, I was down hard. And as you know, Kyrie and I were talking, the beauty of him just letting the conversation go, I didn't realize I was a day late after the show, because usually I talk to him before, everything like that. And he knew why. He wasn't on some, he don't care. I was messed up. And you know what I'm saying? But I didn't realize, oh, well, I'm not going to say anything. Hey, man, I said my piece and everything like that. That's aggressive, because he don't never got to work. Is Isaac, does he care about me? Is he worried? Is he whatever? That thought don't never got to pop in his head. So when you're talking about aggressive mistakes, that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. Don't sit there airing on something. I didn't want to say anything, because now everybody's coming out the woodworks. Their guilt is eating them up like a fake chain, because they showed that they don't care. They think they care. They want to care for social media. They want to care for all this other stuff, but they don't want to actually, when you see it, reach out to the person. You see what I'm saying? So make aggressive mistakes in life. Ain't nobody going to fault you for trying.
Yeah.
The problem happens is when you're timid. The problem happens when you're like, oh, well, I didn't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you go to, if you go to attempt to make dinner and you kind of fuck up the kitchen, but you know what you did? You tried to make dinner. You took for whatever it was. You made that aggressive, maybe a mistake, but you did that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Versus, you know what I'm saying? You know, your person who you go on social media every damn professor love and care for has been telling you how shit their day at work was. You didn't make no attempt to do nothing. Because, I knew you were upset, so I didn't want to piss you off more by. Nah, that ain't it, Chief. That's not the way to do it. that timidness, that whole thing is because you really do not care.
Mm.
That's going to hurt a lot of people's feelings hearing that, but that's what it is. Because if you care, you're going to try.
Yeah.
Remember, that's what I'm going to leave y'all with. I'm going to leave two things. One, make aggressive mistakes. And two, if you care, you're going to try.
So if you guys enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notification bell down below. And we'll catch you guys next Tuesday with a longer episode. We're just gonna catch you guys up on what's been going on and the vision for the future, because we're in the fourth quarter now, dog. It's time to full court press, line up for 2022, and we'll give you guys some insight. So Isaac, we'll catch him later, brother.
Peace, no excuses, moving ruthless.
Amen.